tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even.
Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video, and today I'm coming to you guys with a video that, just bear with me. This video is emotional. This video is gonna be about the day my life shattered, and by what I mean by that is by the day my son was gonna lose his second parent, because my son's father is deceased, so I'm his second parent. But you know, if you get it, you get it. Anyway, so I had paged my doctor on the I paged my doctor on a Wednesday, and she paged back like 10 minutes later, and I told her I was pooping blood, and I asked her if I needed to go to the hospital. She said no. I was in the process of braiding my best friend's hair. She's been my best friend for since my son was 3 years old. He's 13 now, so you know, she's my best friend. You know, my sister. I call her my sister. But so like I said, I paged my doctor on a Wednesday. It was about 5:30 in the afternoon because I was braiding my best friend's hair. So what happened was, I was braiding her hair, and I don't get periods because I had a hysterectomy in 2017. And so I was braiding her hair, and the lower part of my stomach kept cramping, like my abdominal area, like right here, kept cramping and cramping, and it kept feeling tight and tight. I'm like, what is wrong? You know, I don't get periods. And so I had an urge to go to the restroom. I got up, went to the restroom. Like I said, I started pooping blood. You know, I got scared. I was like, okay, let me page my PCP, which is my primary care. I paged her, and she said I didn't need to go to the ER. And I kept asking her, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? She said no. 2 days later, which that was a Wednesday, so Friday, following Friday, my son had to have surgery on he had to get 2 teeth taken out, and he had to be put to sleep. So of course I had to go with my son. You know, he's still a minor, so I had to go with him to get his teeth out for surgery. And then I got back in the car, and I noticed my stomach started doing that same thing. And I'm like, what is going on? And I just felt like my vaginal area, it was throbbing. And I was like, okay, something feels off. I started feeling lightheaded. Like I said, I was in a car. I started feeling lightheaded. Everything in the car was spinning. I thought the car was like turning in circles, you know. I had to close my eyes, and I was like trying to count to 10. I was trying to take a deep breath, you know, and nothing was helping. So I get out the car. I had to use both of my hands to hold the door to pull myself up. I got out my aunt's back seat of her car. My son was sitting in the front seat. And I got up, and the whole back seat where I was sitting at was full of blood. So I was like, something's wrong. So I cleaned up much of the blood as I can out of her car with some napkins. I came in the house, and I came in the bathroom because I was getting ready, you know, in the process of taking a shower. And I started feeling more lightheaded. So I finally come in the house. I go down the stairs because my apartments have to go down a couple of stairs. I walk in the house. I go into my room because I was like, if I'm bleeding, I don't want blood, you know, tracking across my carpet. So I ran into my room. My room has, you know, my master bedroom. My master bedroom have my own bathroom. My son has his own bathroom. I come in my bathroom. I take my pants off. I take my panties off. And my pad. I always wear a penny liner because my bladder leaks sometimes, you know. Long story short, it was full of blood. Like, it was gushing blood, gushing blood, gushing blood, gushing blood, gushing blood, gushing blood, gushing blood. And so I called my aunt back, started freaking out. I called her back. Well, first I called 911. I was like, I'm bleeding. I need help. My son's here with me by myself. Then I finally hear my mama walk in 30 seconds later. I was like, Mom, I'm on the phone with 911. I'm bleeding. Help get some clothes together. You know, and I know I'm going to have to go to the ER. So I go and I get the EMS came. They take me, give me an EMS. I'm having a panic attack at this point. Everything starts spinning. I'm feeling confused, lightheaded. I get to the ER and oh my God, I'm pissed the fuck off. I get to the ER. I felt that urge in my stomach. I told the EMS lady, I was like, I need to use the restroom. She was like, no, we need to get you to the room. No, I need to use the restroom. I get to the restroom and I just feel a big old, it was all of a sudden like a whoosh came out and I felt instant relief and I got up and it was just my blood clot was like this big of a blood clot came out of me. So I got up and so then the EMS and nurse lady helped me into the wheelchair. When I got up to use the wheelchair, another blood clot came out. I started passing blood clots. My body was steady gushing blood. It was like, okay, the EMS lady put me in a room because they had another call, and I was sitting in a room. Like, I didn't have, like, no nurse came in there to see if I was okay. No doctor came in there to check on me for a whole hour. I started panicking. I started freaking out. I started yelling. I was like, y'all need to help me. I'm bleeding. If y'all not gonna help me, I can go home and bleed to death on my own. I don't give a fuck, If I'm gonna have this type of care, let me go home and deal with this type of care my fucking self. Like, I was that fucking irritated. So I called my best friend. She was like, I'm on my way. Let me grab some food, pick up my prescriptions. I was like, okay, I got you. Love you, boo. Hang up with her, call my aunt. My aunt was like, okay, what's wrong? I told her the situation. She was like, bitch, I'm on my way. She came, and then the nurses and doctors finally want to help me. I finally get an IV. They check my blood count. They check my platelets so what happened was, when they finally get my blood results back, my blood count was fine. They say it was fine. My platelets dropped down to a 5, which was dangerously low, so I had to be put in ICU. So they took me upstairs, and I'm steady gushing blood. I kept having to get up, go to the bathroom, pass. So I was like, can I have a porta potty, which is a potty they put next to your bed, because my body was not okay. I was scared. I'm not going to lie, I thought my son was going to lose me. So a hematologist came, which is a blood doctor. He watched me for a couple of days. I had to get platelets. I had to get platelets through an IV. I had to get platelet infusions, blood transfusions. I had to get iron transfusions. I had to take 10 steroid pills. I had to wear like a woman's diaper. Just because how much I was bleeding, I was like, I'm not putting on no underwear. And just in case I had to go into surgery, I was wearing underwear. I had to wear a heart monitor. And then they put me downstairs. I spent the night in a floor that's like ICU, kind of like ICU, but it's a floor before they put you in ICU. So a floor under ICU, which is like ICU. So then that morning, they was like, we're transferring you to the cardiac floor. Your heart and stuff is not looking okay. Like I said, my body was steady gushing blood. So that morning, I'm still passing blood clots. They had to put like this changing pad on my bed, so I wouldn't just be laying in my blood. I had to wear a diaper. I had to I had a tank top on, so they let me wear a tank top with my diaper. But if a male doctor came in, I had to put on my gown. I was in my tank top because of how much blood I lost. I was hot. So I ended up putting my gown back on because eventually they found a fan. So they brought me a fan to my room and I felt better. I was eating a lot of ice because I was craving a lot of ice. I couldn't eat because just in case I had to go into surgery. And then I finally got to eat. Like I said, that next day I got to be transferred to the cardiac floor. I ended up getting to take a shower. When I was in the shower, I felt like I was going to black out. I asked him to page the doctor. I was like, hey, I'm feeling this way, I'm feeling that way. And I know when my blood counts are low because I get transfusions all the time. And I was like, so yeah. And they checked my blood. I had to get a blood transfusion that morning. I had to take taking like 15 steps. I was in the hospital for a total week. I was just praying like, God, please let me live. My son doesn't have his other parent. I have full custody because of the situation. I'm not gonna explain the situation because he's deceased, so it's not fair for me to speak on it. But I always have full custody just because of the abuse I went through with his dad. So I always have full custody since birth. He never saw him in person. He never met him. So that's the good part. But I was so mad at my primary care doctor. I'm still mad at her. Like, she could have cost me my life. Like, she advised me not to go to the doctor, and I'm explaining to the hospital of what's going on. But and I just wanted to say that a lot of people ask me why I'm so quiet and why I tend to stay to myself and why I don't trust a lot of people. For one, I've been through a lot with my son's dad. I went through abuse, being raped all the time and stuff like that. I suffer from PTSD. Being raped all the time, being abused, when I was pregnant, his daddy used to tell me, I'll stab you, I'll kill you and your unborn baby. I'll shoot you in the head, I'll hit you in the head with a hammer, I'll beat you, I'll do this, I'll do that. He used to pimp me out, he used to sell my body. We're not going to get into that, but back into the story. Like I said, I thought my son was going to really lose me. I'm thankful to still be here. I am currently looking to find another PCP in my area because I don't trust my doctor. Like I said, she advised me not to go to ER. She kept telling me they're not going to help me. They're not going to do anything. So, I'm currently trying to find a lawyer and things like that. Trying to find an advocate, who could help me get the proper needs I need to take care of the situation. I do suffer from PTSD for a long time. It took me a long time to start using my bathroom in my room again because that night, the day that this happened, it was a nightmare for me because I opened my bathroom door and that's when my situation went downhill. But I just want to say, be careful who you place your medical care in. Like, be careful who you place your life in, your body into their hands. Like, always make sure you study that person and I don't trust my doctor anymore, so I'm currently looking for another doctor. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. I am gonna put some screenshots of so if you, trigger warning, if you don't do well with blood, when you see it, just keep going through it. I'm gonna put it in a video, some clips into my video. So I hope you enjoy this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will get back to you with more videos. Thanks, and have a blessed night.